Hi, this is Mark Dykes here with a short video to help shift planners understand the steps that they need to get their job done. It all starts on the Wickham Homes Connection website, and if we roll our cursor over the volunteer section, then we'll find a page called Volunteer Service Portal. We'll click on that and we will get to a place with two different logins. The administrator login is the one for group leaders. Click on that will take you to the service page where we actually do log in. With any luck, it will remember your name. All you have to do is enter your password. In fact, your browser might remember that as well. So click login, and now we come to a welcome message, which eventually will disappear, but right now we have to close it. And behind that, we will have the group leader home page with the key command search manage existing opportunities. Click on that, we'll get to the events, the opportunities that we are responsible for, an evening, an overnight and a morning shift for the shelter. There's a test event there at the moment, but we'll ignore that for now. Let's say that we want to start by working on the overnight shift, because that's typically the hardest one to staff, and so we would click on the registration icon, which is second from the left. That would take us into a slot list accompanied by all the pending offers shown there in blue. And this is where you add your magic, and it's magic that requires kind of judgment, really. It's matching offers to slots, and it's nothing to do with computer skills. So let's see what we can do. We will provide a spreadsheet that lists all your people in your team, and that will be in the bottom half of this. Right now it's only showing the test items, but to illustrate the principle, you'll have a list there of all your people together with the roles that they have offered: cook, assistant cook, host and shift leader, and also a total of the number of roles that they have offered, and we'll come back to that in a minute, and the frequency that they want to operate in. And you'll need to bear that in mind when you match the offers to the cells. Now, in the top half of this picture, you can see a place where we can record every assignment of every role for each week of the month. You've got evening, night, morning for each of the weeks, and for each shift it shows the roles that are required. Everyone's got a shift leader, and they've all got hosts and reserve hosts, but only the evening shift has got cook, assistant cook and reserve cook, and the number of hosts also varies by shift. So we start, let's say, with the overnight shift. You're looking at your pending offers and you're trying to fill in the cells that correspond to the overnight shifts, and you're looking at your list and you're trying to work out where to start. And there's really kind of two tips there. One tip is, if somebody is only offering one thing, then that's the thing that you're going to be assigning them for, and we will sort this table so that the people who are only offering one thing are at the top, and that's where the total roles comes in. On the other hand, if you've got a role and there's only one person offering to do it, then that's kind of the other side of the coin. And in this particular illustration, you can see that test A, although it is offering 4 roles, the one that you're going to choose is cook, because that's the only cook that you have got. And so based upon these two tips, you would fill in your overnight shifts for each of the weeks, you're having regard to the frequency that people are offering. And then after that, you would go back to look at the other events that you have to populate, and the slot list, in fact, at the bottom has got a convenient button called Opportunity Dashboard, which will take you back to this page where you can then start looking at the evening shelter, clicking on the registration icon for that shift. And that again will take you into a slot list with offers, which you, again, using the same sort of method, you will populate your evening shifts, same idea, and then you go through and you go and you do the morning shift. So I'm not going to bother with that because it's exactly the same. So having completed this entire table, you would be able to look at it carefully and see if you managed to schedule people to do two things at the same time or on the same night, or if the offers were not optimal, we hadn't made the best use of the offers available. But when you were happy with it, then, and actually only then, would you go back to service, and you would again choose the overnight shift and the registration icon, and you'd go into the slot list, and this time you're in there to start actually approving or granting the requests that people have made. The pending requests, you would approve them by clicking in the selection box and going down to the bottom to approve pending. So that's the way that you would do this. And once you had managed to populate your table and approve all the pending offers that you needed to make it happen, then I think it should be possible for you to request David, for example, to pull you down the information from service in the form of a shift list, which you could then pass on to your shift leaders or anybody else that needed to know. So I hope that has been helpful. Thanks.